Today I'm going to talk about a new reveal on the possible next entry of the Trails series, as well as some mysteries of the future of the Trails series, which from the sounds of it they're going to focus on the mystery from the past entries, from what I heard in the interviews. So there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this video, and some of them will be related to Sen IV. So if you have not played any of those games, then I recommend you do not watch this video if you don't want to be spoiled. So that is something I want to mention. And recently on the cover of the Dengeki PlayStation magazine, you could see a lot of Sky, Zero and Sen characters from what I've seen in the magazine. Joshua and Estelle are definitely likely to return, as well as Randy, Tio, Lloyd, Al and Wazy from Zero, and the Sen characters are likely to return Reen, Altina, Elisa and the new Class 7. From the sounds of it's going to be all of Class 7, as well as Crow, who has some connections of two characters on the cover who are sort of facing the other way, but the two characters seem to have some sort of connection to a novel in Sen IV. And there's also Rixia was confirming to be returning for this new entry, which she hasn't been seen technically since Sen II Trails of Cold Steel 2, but I heard from behind the scenes in Sen IV he discovered that she was helping Ariel's fight Enforcer 8, Walter. And Wazy, who has been hinted for quite some while since he was mentioned in the last previous games, and Scarlet was contacted in one of Crow's events in Sen IV. But this time you could see in the scan that she has her Grausritter uniform, and Wild is likely to be returning due to Wazy, and he's sort of been in the scan, so that sort of indicates that, as well as Geiss's younger brother who was contacted in 4 as well as the family, but he seems to have grown older and it seems like he's making an appearance. But in the 15th anniversary event, they revealed 2 new screenshots on a card of one in Reen and Elise in Ymir, as well as Nullseeker in the airship. But from the photo in Ymir, you could tell there's a big graphic improvement in the water, but it's kind of hard to indicate because you're seeing them on cards, you're not really seeing the engine, and you could see that they're really trying to upgrade the graphics over compared to like Sen IV. But there are some things that I'm really interested in, and especially with the futures of the series, especially Ouroboros, such as their goals, and their recent plan has finished, and in the secret ending it talks about the 3rd phase of their plan, which is the eternal regression plan, and they definitely have confirmed when I listened to the ending that Sharon has left for the organisation. And Vita, it seems like they're not really confirming with Vita, like she's probably on hiatus, as the same as McBurn, but it doesn't deny the possibility of Vita returning to the organisation in some form. So as for now, we don't know. And McBurn is currently the strongest character we've seen so far, which you see his real power in Sen IV, and he's really strong. I mean, probably the strongest we know so far and what we've seen. So, but there's one thing that they really didn't reveal in 4, and I don't know why, is that they did not reveal like any mysteries regarding like the 2 Ouroboros members, which they sort of hinted in Sen III, such as the first one was the Thousand Sinner, which is 4th Anguis, and the Golden Butterfly, which is Enforcer 3, we believe. And I thought they should have revealed that in Sen IV, or gave more hints, but you kind of think with Gaius would have had a connection, but yeah, I'm not too sure why they didn't focus a bit more on that. But I do feel like after I played Sen IV that there is a lot of things that they could have concluded, but they decided to keep the options open for future plots and the future of the series, so they have things to work upon rather than closing things off. But there are some things that I felt could have been concluded. There were some characters I was really glad to get to play as, but there were a few that weren't necessary which they could have replaced with others. And also for other Falcom news is that they're looking at doing ports for the Evolution games on PSP for the PS4. So they're interested in getting to more people to play the games, so they want to be able to do a Western release for these games in the future. And for the Evolution games, they're talking about all three Sora/Sky games, as well as 2 games of the Zero series, which none of the games for the Zero series has been localized in English. But as for future entries from how things stand, but even Falcom said they're not 100% sure of platforms for the games. They don't know much about the new hardware, but as I said, for now it could be a PlayStation 4 or even a next generation PlayStation release, as well as a PC release, which I seem as likely. So this is what I wanted to share for you today, and thank you very much.